Hello, it's Mike, and today I'm going to show you how to use the touch condition. So here is a simple scene with a wall. I will add a painting on it, and I will convert that object into an interactive object. And let's dive into the interactions. So I need a first interaction that will hide the painting itself inside the frame when we start. So let's name it hide at start. And as a condition, I will check nothing. So that's that's like saying that this action will be triggered immediately because we have no conditions. And the action itself is to deactivate the visuals here. So deactivate, and I don't want to deactivate all the visuals because otherwise the frame and the visual inside will disappear. So I have to uncheck the alter all visuals and select manually which visual I want to be affected by this deactivate. So the painting in our case. So if I hit play, the painting inside should disappear. Okay, that's fine. Now we need the second interaction. So to make another interaction, you either hit the Ctrl D shortcut, or you right click on it and duplicate. I will rename it show when touched. So this interaction, for the conditions, I will choose the touch condition here, and I can define which hand has to touch the object. So in our case, I will just use both. The condition will be true, will be valid if we touch the object or if we untouch the object. So in our case, we need the touch, and the object that has to be touched is the painting itself, so it's okay. That's for the conditions. And now the actions is to show the painting, so to activate the painting. And let's see how it works. So on the tip of my hand you can see a white line, which is the direction my hand is pointing towards, and I'm pointing at the frame, and the touch condition needs both the pointer to be on the object and the user to trigger the controller. So as you can see, I'm trying to make a touch work, but nothing is happening. And let me explain why. So at the root level of an interactive object, you have the gaze interactive object script or component. Here you can see in the inspector, and an interactive object by default is not touchable, or you can't grab it, you can't touch it. So we have to change that. So it's what's called manipulation modes. Here there's none by default, and we have to select the touch. So now this object can be touched, but as we are in VR and sometimes you want to be able to touch objects not physically, but when you're slightly away from it, you can also specify a distance at which the user will be able to touch the object. So by default it's 0. That means that you have to be really in contact with the object itself. But just for the ease of this demonstration, I will just increase this value to like 10 meters. So as soon as I'm less than 10 meters away from the object, I will be able to touch the object. So now let's test that. And you remember the ray is white by default. When an object is touchable or grabbable, the pointer turns blue. That indicates that you can actually do something with it. So now if I press the trigger, I have made a touch action and the visual is appearing. So that concludes this tutorial on the touch condition. See you!